Dave's Barbershop at Home. I'm Barber Dave, and we're going to do our video today. It's going to be a straight razor video, and I'm going to be using some products I haven't really used on video in a little while, because traditionally I use these in the summer months, or use this soap in the summer months, but it's darn near 80 down here in the great U.S. Southwest, and we're going to get cold again, so I figured why not. So for our soap today, we're going to be using PannaCrema Nuavia Verde in this lovely Coffret. They don't make these anymore, unfortunately, but they're still very, very nice. It's a very, very light colonia summery scent. Very fresh. In fact, for a long period of time, this was the #1 soap in my den for overall performance. For our brush today, we are going to be using the TSC Anniversary brush by Sorrentino BrushWorks in a nice green to match everything. For our aftershave and EDT, we'll be using RazorRock 1. This matches pretty well with the PannaCrema, 1X I should say. And then for the Eau de Parfum, or the EDT rather, we're going to be using Aqua Di Gio. And to scrape everything off with, razor I haven't used in quite a bit actually. It was actually custom made for me by Jerry Stark, and it's kind of to fashion the Chevalier, which is this one right here, which is made by Whacker. And it's got a fairly short blade, where this one is a little bit longer. It's done in Barbwire Damascus with buffalo horn, and then of course there are runes that are carved into the top, so that's why this this razor is called the Viking, and then it's got a wooden inlay as well. Very nice razor, very sharp, because this point, unlike the Chevalier, is sharp. So we'll see how that goes today. I hope everybody's doing well. Over on the TSC, things have been going just splendidly. There are a few of us that are trying to drop a few COVID pounds, as they say. So the weight loss challenge is in effect, and some of us are on keto, some of us are on various different lifestyle changes, and I'm happy to say that I'm down 13 pounds already, so that's a good thing. Then we also have our bingo started by our preeminent bingo caller, Monkey. So it's very nice. The PannaCrema is very easy to load. Its strength of scent is easily a 5. And it's just a very fresh soap, very creamy, very nice. I'm sad that they got rid of these, because I think this was worth the price of admission. Just a wonderful, wonderful overall soap. Also, somebody had made a comment on my YouTube page. And I usually just take a little bit of that soap and just kind of dab it on. Had said that, because I usually will speed up my straight razor shaves just in the essence of time. And somebody had asked that I didn't, so I won't be speeding this one up today. So grab a cup of coffee and your favorite beverage and join us along. As with most high-end soaps, you know, you're going to get a little bit of a pastiness in the beginning. I do pre-bloom this soap with about a teaspoon of water, and then I'll just add a couple of drips of water here and then, just to get everything going again. I find that this soap works real well with a badger knot, where some soaps, you know, prefer, I think, synthetics or boars. With this one, builds so well. And will take on a lot of water. Okay, that's just about right. And this has been stropped 30 and 60. Also should be mentioned, I didn't get a chance to shave yesterday. As I was doing some prep workout on the ranch. So the last time I shaved was about 5:30 in the morning on Saturday, so a little over 2 days of growth. And this razor just mows through everything, but as I said, with this point not being muted, it's showed me who's boss a few times. So I try to be a little extra careful with this one, because this is truly a Viking. It'll take an earlobe off. Or a lip. Another reason I decided to shave with this one today is because we've been watching a documentary that Peter Stormare, you may know him from Fargo, or he was also in Armageddon as the Russian astronaut. He's also he plays one of the gods on American Gods. But he immigrated from Sweden and was always fascinated by the Kensington runestone, which dates back to the 1300s. And most academics think it's a hoax. However, there's more and more proof coming out that Christopher Columbus may not have been the first one to the Americas. It may have been the Vikings, which is okay by me, and I have a right to say that because my lineage is Colon, which in Spanish is Columbus. So Cristobal Colon is a distant relative of mine, because he went to Puerto Rico and raped and pillaged everybody, including the Taino Indians. So but it could be that, you know, all of our learning has been that Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas, when in actuality it could have been the Vikings. And so a lot of academics don't want to take that chance to change history as we know it. But we know throughout time things have been changed. And so we'll see. So Peter Stormare has taken on this task of clearing the gentleman's name that found the Kensington runestone. And there's a lot of other academics that, you know, frankly are done with their career and they're like, well, you know, we're going to prove it. And a lot of geological archaeology has proven that this stone is real and from the time frame. So it's a nice series. I think it's, I can't remember, it's on the Discovery Channel or History Channel, but it's called The Secrets of the Vikings, and it's actually great. So that's another reason why I decided to shave with this razor today. Now, the gentleman that made this razor, Jerry Stark, is located in Winslow, Arizona, in my home state. And unfortunately, he's not producing razors at this time because his wife owns one of the largest knife stores in the country.
And he used to be in the restaurant business, so he is giving the restaurant
business another shot.
And so we wish him well. So he's not making razors right now.
I think he'll still sharpen.
Or if somebody has a problem with their razor.
But he's not producing razors at this point, which is sad. Because his razors are just tremendous. I have 3 of them, and all of them are just amazing. Actually 4, including a Camisori that I have. I forgot to strop this one between passes because the blade is so nice, but I think I'll go ahead and give it a quick strop. And we'll set up for our final pass. The strength of scent on the PannaCrema stays with you through the entire shave. In fact, it's just wonderful. And I know that a lot of people kind of poo-poo on Aqua Di Gio because it's kind of that, you know, scent you smell it all the time. It was like Polo was back in the 80s. And but it's a perfect match for this. And trying to find an aftershave was a little bit tough, but the RazorRock 1X is a nice accompaniment to it. Like I said, usually more for the summer because this gives you a really nice fresh feeling, but still definitely a top tier elite soap. And the thing is, it's getting harder and harder to determine best soaps anymore because everybody's really stepped up their game as far as soaps are concerned.
Because of this non-muted point, the fulcrum action that I mentioned in my straight razor tutorial series is really important. Because if you start to do a little bit of this and your angle is off as far as your yaw, it can get real stupid real fast.
So that's why, you know, as far as the pivoting of your wrist, I'm very careful with this razor.
I try to lock my wrist and use my shoulder as the pivot.
Because if not, once that front point digs in, it's all over. Okay, let's see how we did.
Beautiful. A little bit of cleanup in the neck area as always. And then of course the fool's pass.
But that's typically normal. Now this is another thing with this razor that I'm very careful with when I'm doing my
Cleanup.
It's also the only time that I will,
When I'm doing the windshield wiper motion to get that side,
is I will break my wrist a little bit, but I'm also canting the razor a little bit out
so I don't dig that point in.
And the same thing when I'm doing a flat blade, I kind of make sure that that point goes out a little bit. I had thought about
Muting that point, but it comes in handy around the nose area.
Okay, and the fool's pass. And for this, I usually hold that point, or at least get close to it. Okay, that's all she wrote. Wonderful shave. I don't know why I don't shave with this one more often, because it is just a tremendous, tremendous shaver.
And razor sad that Jerry's not producing razors anymore,
because his custom stuff was very affordable. I mean, very affordable. Okay, let's see what the alum has to say about how I did.
Good sharp edge, no, hardly any reaction to the alum,
which is a good thing. Means that shape is very, or that edge is very sharp and keen. Do a little bit of cleanup here. Good stuff. And the strength of scent still sticks around. I'd say after the shave, after the alum, after the rinse, you're probably looking at 3.5 out of 5. And it just makes your skin feel real well. I mean, it's a treat to shave with PannaCrema. And for a budget aftershave and a budget company, very high quality stuff. The RazorRock stuff is really nice. The RazorRock 1X is interesting. It's citrusy, but it's got some deep notes, and it matches, as I said, it matches the Nuavia perfectly. It is a high alcohol content aftershave, but that's all right. But just a wonderful, fresh, you know, like I said, bright. Mostly reserved for summer for the most part, but still not bad. We'll let that dry down for a few seconds. And sticking with the Italian theme, of course, we will do the Borotalco today. And this one's going to be a cloud, I think. Yep. Oh, there was another comment a couple weeks ago by a viewer that had stated that he thought I was nuts using talc as an aftershave. But it's not an aftershave, it's just a finish. Although, you know, if the soap's good enough and your skin feels good enough afterwards, all this does is seal everything in and keep that shininess from the alcohol. And you know, in hotter climates, it'll keep your face dry and not get that oily swampiness that people that have combination skin such as myself get. So very nice, light, kind of almost a baby powder smell with maybe a tad bit of spice. And then we'll use the Aqua Di Gio. And that's it. Well, I thank everybody for joining me at Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. We appreciate your viewership. Don't forget, please come and join us at the Shaving Cadre Forum at www.theshavingcadre.com. Lots of great folks, lots of great things going on, and we'd love to have you join us. I also appreciate your comments and a little cowboy hat over here. If you like what you see, go ahead and do that and come visit us. Once again, I've been Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.